need to change this shirt though. I'll be back. All right, let's do this. All right, guys. Let me fade this out. All right, let's do this. Okay, so first things first, now that we've gotten started, sorry for the delay, is this week's boxing fights. Let me look at the schedule real quick. I think I have them here. Upcoming scheduled bouts. I still have them from last week. It is September 5th. Although we do have a couple fights, I don't think you can bet on these, to be honest. If you are asking me, I think we have some local fights here in Corona, California. By the way, I finally got my desk. The only thing I don't have is a chair for my desk. That's why I'm a little slanted down, and the background, which will be coming back soon. But let's talk money, right? Let's talk money. So I got the odds at the bottom. Um, Thank you for stopping by the box office once again. There's our odds at the bottom. The box office where you can get your ticket and not just to watch, but to play and be involved in the sport. With that being said, thank you for stopping by. Jamal Herring, um, heavy favorite, heavy favorite. Um, I just wanted to stop by and say this is a very heavy favorite fight, I guess, where all the A side fighters are projected to win. Jonathan Oquendo, a live opponent, don't get me wrong, he fought some common opponents that Jamal Herring did. Some say that the scores were outrageous. With that being said, if that happened, I feel that Jamal Herring would win a decision if it goes the distance. So let's talk prop bets, because prop bets are usually what makes us money in these type of fights that are so one-sided. How to make money? We're gonna have to parlay. Now with the parlay, I know it can feel a little tricky. Betting on more than a couple fights. One fight that I could not get on there was the Jared Anderson fight. I haven't seen it. Stay posted. Let me actually look at to see if I can find the live odds. Boxing odds. I'm just gonna Google that real quick. There's websites with all of this. So actually, some of them did pop up for the Jared Anderson. Bovada is usually a little late, and that's what I use. That's why I'm a little bummed out. It actually says that the odds are for for Jared Anderson at a minus 400. Minus 400 meaning that there's chances are they're not giving him a chance. With that being said, when odds are like usually that bad, I typically like to go for the knockout. Anything about 1,000, 1,500. Boxing is a different type of sport where when you're losing, you're just not losing, you're getting punched in the face, which can cause for a stoppage. If it's not the fighter, it can be the ref. If it's not the ref, if there's no point in going out there and taking punishment, you know that the corner can stop it. If you can find that bet, Jared Anderson, I know the odds won't be amazing, but it will help with your parlay. And I really don't see it going. So let's see. So the over under is 2.5 rounds. Uh, that's pretty rough, right? So Anderson by KO or TKO is still at a minus 833. So we basically know what's going to happen. Jared Anderson by knockout. Um, the two rounders, I'll go ahead and update on a comment whether I would take that or not, just because I haven't seen anything of Rodney Hernandez. Personally, 2.5 rounds, I would take Jared Anderson, but I still need to do my research, see how big this kid is, how much he weighs. Ronnie Hernandez. A lot of times, if you're a smaller heavyweight, you're getting hit by someone that's 250. You won't go the distance. But with that being said, another one that is very intriguing is the Jesse Rodriguez versus Danielle Rivera. I'm gonna take Jesse Rodriguez out of RGBA. With that being said, whether it happens in a knockout or not, again, I need to research Danielle Rivera. I would still take Jesse Rodriguez by the knockout. With that being said, let me take a look at that. Janiel, let me look at the props for Jesse Rodriguez to win by knockout. The over under is 6.5 rounds. And it's still Rodriguez wins by knockout. There's actually a plus size to it at a plus 138. So you would automatically get profit if you think he knocks him out. That's personally one of the bets I prefer, just because, like I mentioned, when the fight is at a minus, 3,000. Boxing's like any other sport where if you're getting hit a lot, you're gonna get stopped. I don't think he gets a one-punch knockout. I think it's more of accumulation of punches that gets him out of there. He's gonna be on him. He's in shape. He's ready. So I think he'll come through and he'll get the stoppage. So that's a good bet to make. That's one way you can make money off of this card on Saturday, with the odds not being so close, is betting on the knockout. You can even parlay the Jared Anderson, although albeit it's not going to be by give you that much more money. It's still little some extra lump change that you can throw in there. The second one is a Steven Nelson versus Deandre Ware. I know, what is it? Nelson versus Ware. Oh, I can just look it up over here. I already have it up. Basically, you can already get that for the prop bets are already out. So it is over under 6 rounds, 6.5 rounds. These are bigger guys, so the pace might be a little bit slower. Again, I think Nelson wins. I think he wins by knockout, to be honest. There are a lot of one-sided fights today. You know what I mean? With that being said, I haven't done my official card because just Bovada does take a little bit longer, but I am planning on making a little bit of money. I'm not gonna put the whole bankroll. I'll do like something like $50. Nothing too crazy on this card, consisting of bets winning by knockout. Again, Nelson is 16-0, 13 knockouts. He has a 3-fight knockout streak. The last one was a guy that was 14-0. Deandre Ware is 13-2. He's lost one by knockout against Vladimir Shinskin. I'm taking him by a knockout. I like what I see as far as the record goes. Just as a quick, I guess you can say as a quick glimpse. Obviously, what I do is I do my sure bet, and then I do like a $5 bet that's going to consist of me guessing how all these fights are going to end. So right now, the Jamal Herring versus Oquendo card, that's the main one. Let's get back down to the main event. I don't want this to drag on too much because it is what it is. And I'm going to input it into the boxing and get my odds. I'll take a picture and I'm gonna get that going, okay, for you guys, so you guys can kind of see. It's gonna be out of my phone, so until I can get this whole setup going, I'll be able to pop up my picks. I can put up my record and all that fun stuff. But with that being said, Jamal Herring versus Oquendo. Oquendo is a live opponent. He's a rugged, come forward fighter. Jamal Herring likes to counter. He does throw, when he's being thrown. So Oquendo is a live opponent. Personally, if you're gonna bet money line, I wouldn't bet. I would bet Oquendo just because the odds are in his favor. Like, I'm not gonna bet 2,000, $1,000 to just win 1,000. That's nonsense. We're here to make money, not take a big risk, low reward type of thing. That's not what it's about. We want to be smart. We want to be precise. Something that we can look into is if the fight is stopped, and I do, I don't see it being. My personal prediction for this is Jamal Herring by decision. My reason is Oquendo has gotten the short end of the stick against a common opponent. With that being said, Jamal Herring should be able to take him the distance. Um, he's more of a punch, like he doesn't bang. He's more of a, so Oquendo getting tired, due to COVID, I can see it happening, although it's unlikely because Oquendo is a very rugged fighter. Come forward, sometimes he'll come in, take a punch to give his. With that being said, he can crack and he can hurt Herring, unless he stops him, I don't see him getting a decision in the top rank card. What you can do is you can sprinkle some money, maybe like $5 into a draw, see what that gets you. That's always fun to do. But remember, we're playing to make money. We're not playing by, oh, Jamal Herring is going to use his jab, check, hook, uppercut to win the fight and cruise to. No, we're here to make money. So if you want to play it safe, fight goes the distance. There's a lot of prop bets that I've been mentioning that we need to look at. So the Deandre Ware, I would, a good one to look at winning by knockout. Jamal Herring versus Oquendo, I would actually go, if you want to play it safe, that it will go over 10 rounds, 10 and a half. But me, I'm going to go with decision. He can win by knockout, but I just see it going the distance. Even if it doesn't, stylistically, I haven't. It's more of a come forward versus a boxer that will sit there and take punches from time to time in exchange, but can he exchange when he wants to is the key. So with that being said, I'm gonna whip out my app. Give me a second, and we're gonna play the parlay, and I'm gonna show you guys what play to make, because in a sense, I need to find out something that's worthwhile for you guys. Okay, give me 1 second, and I'm gonna play that on my phone, and we'll get you going. Boxing odds. All right, let's get to work. Okay. So, I think I got it down. My first leg at this, let's see. I can leave that background music there. Okay, so I took a little screenshot. This is what we're looking at. We are looking at taking, and this is a parlay, so that means all three have to hit. So we are looking at, oops. All right, Nelson wins by knockout, TKO, disqualification at a minus 200. Herring wins by decision, and Anderson wins by KO. The only reason I put Anderson there to win by KO is because it just sprinkles out like 50 cents. It's not even that much. So with that being said, that's my sure bet. Like, that he's gonna win by knockout. So I see, just go for it. Add him to any parlay that you want for that night. If you're going to bet, if you're gonna bet, how can I say, any other sports? If you like mixing in sports, that would be the perfect place to bet another 50 cents to your added go around. Another one that's intriguing is the Jesse Rodriguez to win by knockout. It is scheduled for, I think, 10, and the over under is 6 rounds. So I would say over, but I can also see Rodriguez by knockout. So that's a tricky one. With that being said, that's is gonna be mine right now. This is the one I'm gonna place. So the odds go to a plus 173, the parlay. So plus 173 on a card that's heavily projected for the favorite to win. I'll take, because if I could say Steven Nelson, Jesse Rodriguez, Anderson, and Deandre Smith are gonna win. I'm sorry, not Deandre Smith. Nelson, Rodriguez, Anderson, and Herring were gonna win. Let me show you how that would work. Um, Let me just do the straight up money lines for them, and you're gonna notice that the money lines are not gonna be worth it as far as that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna do Deandre Ware, and I'll even do the Bovada odds. I mean Steven Nelson. I'm sorry, Steven Nelson, Jamal Herring, Jesse Rodriguez, and Jared Anderson. That gives me a parlay for a minus 390. That can be like if you have, depending on the bankroll, the 390. You can bet the 390. It's gonna hit. That's a sure thing. I mean, at least I hope so. Nothing's a sure bet, but chances are it'll hit, and you can use the $100 to do the little side bets that I showed you to try to get more money without having to risk so much. And even if the previous parlay doesn't hit, because let's say one of the fights goes to decision or someone knocks them out, they still won the money line, so you still get the money back from just them winning the fight, and then you have to go back, and one of the props that didn't hit, you still used the money line winnings for the prop bet, so you kind of break even. And that's a strategy that I use often, to just get everything going, and not have to take that big of a risk and just playing the straight parlay or the bet. Okay, so with that being said, those are my picks. I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys if I see any other bets that I like. Unfortunately for me, this is probably gonna be my only video. We have a couple upcoming fights that I haven't seen any odds for. It's gonna be out of Corona, the Thompson Boxing. We have 2 undefeated fighters. We actually have like 2 undefeated fighters. The main event, co-main event are both undefeated fighters. Little club show that we got going on out here, but should be a good one. We have upcoming fights. The September 12th card is going to be good too as well. Joet Gonzalez, Renato Gomez, fights that we'll get into. The Nightmare just got announced that he's going to make his U.S. debut against a Maloney brother. That's all cash money that we can make. Like I said, my bankroll this week is not heavy. I haven't even reloaded my bankroll because there hasn't been anything worthwhile excitement. I do have, and I keep mentioning it, something up my sleeve for the Charlo Brothers weekend and for the Leo Santa Cruz. So that's something that we need to look into as well. But the Charlo Brothers, keep a lookout on those odds, because I think he's now up to 155 or 175. I will update the odds starting next week when I get this going, after my reaction video to what happened, to kind of see where the odds are at. But they constantly change. Vegas is always moving, trying to even out things so that they can get their cut. With that being said, we'll see. My parlay, I'll go ahead and try to get you guys going again with the parlay. I'll show it one more time. This is my parlay here, and I'll even do this. I'll do one more, so you guys can see what I'm running with for this week, and then you guys can kind of, if you guys want to tell. I'm going to be putting more. I'm going to be putting more of these on here. Alright, parlay 173. Nelson wins. There you go. Nelson wins by KO. Herring wins by decision. And yeah, well, that's as close as I got. Next week I'll work on getting it up here for my. I'll have like a little my pick section, and we'll get that background going in a couple of weeks. You guys don't want to see none of that mess back there. All right, once again, the box office where you guys come in, pick up your ticket, make some money, and I show you how to make money off of these one-sided cards, favorable cards. We try to make and not ends meet, but you know what I mean. We try to have some fun. Box office where you come pick up your ticket to watch the show and to be a part of the show. All right, so take care, guys. I'll see you guys probably on Monday. I'll make my reaction video. I don't think Sunday is going to be a little hectic for me. Monday there should be a video around midday, before midday. So we'll see. We'll get you guys going, and we'll keep you in the loop. If you guys want to tell, and we'll get it going. All right, guys. Take care. Those bets. That's how to make a one-sided boxing card profitable in boxing betting. Take care, guys.